Yeah, terrific win for our guys. Thought we played a tremendous first half, especially defensively. They're hard to guard, and we knew in the second half that they were going to loosen up a little bit and be in attack mode, and it would be much tougher to guard them. But I thought our guys I thought we came out with really good confidence, shot it great. Our teams feels good about the way we're playing, and you look at our stats and they were really good. We hung with them on the boards, 17 assisted baskets, only 10 turnovers, 15 made threes, obviously. And it was really good to see some of my young players, my freshmen, come in and play very well, make major contributions. They had double-figure minutes, and all of them made big plays. So great team win. Couldn't be prouder of our guys, and really thought our three perimeter guys played at an elite level. Questions?
Were you nervous at all watching them kind of whittle away at that 16-point lead?
Yeah, I mean, you're always a little, anxious. And they just have great players, and there were some shots they made that were tough shots. We did a couple things defensively, where we just didn't do all the things we needed to do at the beginning of the half to kind of give them some confidence, get their confidence back. I mean, you let Joel Berry and Cam Johnson start playing with a free mind, and you're in trouble. And obviously, Joel was great in some pick and roll late. Cam Johnson was just tough for us to guard. I mean, he's such a big guy. He's 6'8", and a couple times he made shots over top of us. So we knew they were going to make a run. We just had to kind of withstand it. And, I was proud we had some good execution late. Obviously, we ran a great play late that was a big three, and battled and got a couple big stops late.
Staying relaxed and composed, is that the hardest part when you got them?
It is, and sometimes, to be honest with you, playing at home in these situations is almost more difficult sometimes than being on the road, because the crowd is now kind of moaning every once in a while, and you're trying to keep their spirit up, and you're not playing as well, and that's what you need them for. You need them to help you, and sometimes everybody's anxious on the offensive end, and we had some anxious moments there. There were some times we ran good offense, but unfortunately Eli didn't have a big night at the free throw line. We got it to him. He had 11 free throws, but you only make one or you don't make any, and you run good offense and come away with not enough points. You might do that 3 times and have 2 points to show for it. It's not good, and it keeps their momentum going. And so that's where free throw shooting is critical, and I thought that contributed a little bit in the second half.
Would you define Reed as your closer? He seems to always make a really big play down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he has in some games recently, certainly, but I think, if you go back and look, Gabe DeVoe hit some huge threes in an overtime win against Louisville. Shelton Mitchell's made plays. I think, you got to have multiple playmakers. You got to have multiple guys. That's one of the big differences between my team this year and some years past. We might have one. We don't have 2 or 3. And this year I think we have multiple guys that can make a big play, whether it's posting it with Eli or certainly we lost one guy. At one time we had 5. We had 5 starters that could all go for 20 points. Amir and Scar aren't ready to do that yet, but the other 4 guys are certainly able to do all that.
Coach, you told us before the season that Malik Williams was someone to watch in the future, but probably wouldn't play too much this season.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's had to get more run because of injuries, but how have you seen him respond to that increase in play time?
Yeah, really proud of he and Clyde tonight. Obviously, he made a corner 3, which that's like he can do that. That's one of the reasons we recruit him. He's a little undersized. He's only 6'8". He does have long arms, so he can play bigger. He had 3 rebounds in 11 minutes. But he can step out and make a 3, much like a Mark Donnell. And, I thought he, again, did some good things. He didn't look nervous. He just reverses the ball, does his job, sets his screens. I thought he played well. Clyde, I thought, did some good things defensively. His length was good. Certainly they trapped us on the last play of the first half, and he banged home a 3, made him pay for doing that. So those contributions, those baskets are huge from those guys, especially in the first half, and that's why I thought we played as well as we did and probably about as well as we can play in the first half.
Brad, how impressed has it been the way this team has rebounded, first from Dante, then from the Virginia game, and the way they've come back these last couple of games and really held it together?
Yeah, a lot of people are making some things out of the Virginia game, and to be honest with you, when we go back and look at the film, I told our guys, man, I was proud of the way you guys competed. I thought we guarded Virginia for 30 minutes. And we were in the game at Virginia for 30 minutes. And then our offense was just not good. And obviously some of that is Virginia. A lot of it is Virginia. And so they blew us out late, which, we weren't ready for that. And but our guys hung in there. They weren't scared. And obviously huge shot in the arm, winning the game at Georgia Tech and giving us positive feedback, especially with this game being so close. A Sunday night game and then another, 48 hours you're playing North Carolina. To have positive momentum and feel good about ourselves really made us probably a little more focused and a little better prepared for this game and 7 o'clock tip on a school day.
Brad, what does this win mean for you personally? You've been so close to beat these guys so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's great because this team just needs to keep winning games. As much as anything, it's that. I'm certainly glad to finally beat North Carolina and Notre Dame. I hadn't beaten those guys yet and want to at least beat them. Been close several times, but it's more about what this team is doing than it is any of that. That's secondary to, your team feeling good about themselves, getting better, improving, competing hard. There's still a long road left. And our team's got a lot that we still have to deal with without our main guy, and we're still trying to work through that. But, the crowd certainly helped us tonight a lot, and, my guard play was outstanding.
How much emphasis? Can you go into the play design of pieces 3 with Elijah?
Just a timing play where we started on one side and got a nice little pin-in screen, and it was just well executed. And guys did a good job. It wasn't something that just happened on one side. It was a little bit lengthy play that was good action, and our guys showed great poise to run it.
Right, you guys are getting good at this quick turn thing with the
Yeah, you're going to tell me you're the second or third guy that's told me, Coach, you're better when you don't practice. Hear that a lot. Yeah, we actually did a little more for this game than we did the last time. Against Miami, we mostly just watched film and walked through. We actually did 10 minutes of live shooting and probably 15, 20 minutes of dry offense, and then jogged through some of their stuff and watched some film. It wasn't a strenuous workout, but I wanted to make them feel like we at least practiced for the game.
What's Mark's status going forward? You think
Still don't know. We're hopeful for Saturday, but he had to leave the gym today, I guess. He was there in the first half and then wasn't feeling great in the second half, and so he watched the second half from the locker room.
Were you concerned with the three-point shooting early that your guys may want to look for the three every time?
Yeah, but I also think, yes, but I think that's part of who we need to be. And that's who we can be all the time in certain games because that's what's there. I think sometimes that people make too much out of that. Like they want you to, they forget you have games like tonight where you make 15 out of 30. Now we'll probably have a game where we'll go 5 for 20 and we'll probably lose. And then they'll be like, well, they take too many threes. And be like, well, those threes won us the game against North Carolina. They won us the game against Georgia Tech. Like, there's a little bit of this. You got to be who you are too sometimes. And one of the things we can do is make shots. Now we also got to pound it inside and score and get to the free throw line and do different things. But we talked about it, but we weren't harping on that a whole lot because I didn't want my guys second guessing. I want them to play free.
Coach, following up on that, what is UNC not doing? What did they not do tonight in terms of perimeter defense that let you guys have success?
I don't know if it was, I think we made some deep shots, and I thought we executed a lot of things. Heck, they made 10 threes against us. Kids are good. Kids are good, and guys are making shots. Some of them are tough shots. Both teams are making, guys are rising up. And these are elite level players playing with a lot of confidence. Defensively, it's hard. That's why what Virginia does is remarkably good. But when guys get rolling and feel good about what they're doing and what they're running, if you're not right on top of a guy who has any kind of athleticism and size, they're going to shoot over top of you. And we have some guys that can do it, and they certainly do too.
Johnson gets Sims there, made him fade away. I think it was the first time in a while that Sims had been on, and then he gave you kind of the deflection. He and Star there at the end. Those two big plays from some of those role players.
Yeah.
How important was that defensively? You needed to get a stop to go.
Yeah, I thought those guys did well. Amir really had to battle with Luke May at times when they were big, and obviously when they lost Theo, you know, they played big some. Not that they haven't been doing that, but you know, we had to do some different things then, and Amir did a good job on Luke, chasing him around and battling him in the post and doing some good things that way. And you know, David again is a good, solid defender. And you know, one of the things our defense is losing a little bit is when we now have to play David at the 4. He's not coming in as a perimeter sub, and so we need him sometimes as a perimeter sub to be able to guard guys like Cam Johnson, who are 6'8", shooting over top of our smaller guards. So, you know, that's a subtle little thing that happens to our team that because of Dante Grantham, we got to figure some things out, and that's hard to do.
Your team picked up their 18th win tonight, 7th in the ACC.
Yeah.
I feel like this team is starting to get respect they deserve.
Don't really worry about it. Just proud of what our guys are doing, and you know, obviously we've been ranked now for about 3 weeks, and so I think we've been recognized as a good team that played a great non-conference schedule and had success, and now we're battling in the best league in the country, and we're doing okay. But there's still a million games to go, and we just got to keep working at it.
Coach Scar made a three tonight. How did you feel about how he played his first start?
Good. I thought he did a lot of good things, and you know, he just needs to loosen up. And he shot some good balls. He obviously shot one bad there at the end, but yeah, we want him shooting shots. He makes a lot of them in practice. He just needs to make a couple in games. He'll feel better about it, and he competed well.
What factored into the decision to start him over there?
Small lineup, just better matchups across the board. And then we knew when they went big that we were going to go big with Amir, and just felt like that was what we wanted to do in the middle of the half here and kind of match them. And I thought it was good for us.
Probably have time for one or two more. If anyone has.
How many times y'all work on that Clyde Trap ISO?
Not too many. All right.